and move around, and I just think, oh, that looks painful while you're doing the exercise. So you don't ideally want to be doing that. You want to be quite relaxed, especially when we're laying down. So if there's anyone new today, welcome. My name's Jenny, teaching Pilates for 45 minutes on this Thursday lunchtime. If you are completely new to Pilates and you've never done it before, just go along with it as much as you can, and that the only way to learn is to do it. So and it's a gradual kind of thing. So even if you're fairly new still and you haven't been doing too many sessions, then over time it has a bit of a cumulative, I'll say that, effect. And you build kind of strength on the deep stabilizing muscles gradually over time. So if there's things that you can't do at the moment, don't stress about it. Don't worry, because over time you'll get better and you'll feel more connected to your body. And obviously, talking about that connection, just obviously be aware of if you've got any injuries or any issues with your muscles or any aches and pains at the moment. Just work at your own pace, and nothing in this class is too crazy. I sometimes put a few more advanced moves in just for people that have been coming for a little while, but obviously just do what you can, do what feels good. If something gives you a sharp pain, stop, take a stretch, take a break whenever you need to, or work all the way through. Entirely up to you. It's your class. Okay, so it's 12:30. We are going to get started. We're going to start off on our hands and knees. So coming to the center of your mat. So we're going to have a couple of stretches, a little bit of activation for the back of the body. So the theme for this week's class is going to be back of the body activation. So there's going to be some abdominal work, but there's going to be a lot more back of the body stuff today. Just for whatever reason, I've picked that. Always like a little bit of a theme. Okay, so first off, we're just going to start off with a couple of back stretches. So we're going to have a nice straight spine to start with, looking straight down at your mat, and then drawing your low belly in and start to tuck the pelvis as you exhale and round your back as much as you possibly can. Let go of the head and the neck and just give your head a little shake. And then inhale, lift the head up, drop the belly down and arch through the low back. As much as is comfortable, try and draw your shoulders down away from your ears and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let's do that 2 more times each way. Exhale, round. Push up into the shoulders, push down with the palms into the floor, spread the fingers wide, and then inhale. 1 more time, exhale, draw the belly in even more now. Exhale all that air away, blow all the air out of the lungs, and then inhale. Coming back up, letting the belly go, completely relaxing those abdominal muscles, letting the body just super soft at the front. Okay, then coming back to somewhere in between those 2 positions. So nice flat spine. We're going to bring our front hand to our head. And we're going to just inhale and lift up and open. So we're going to open up the elbow towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. And then just exhale, just bring the elbow towards the opposite elbow. Inhale up. We're going to do that 3 times. Exhale, fold down. Keep your belly lifted in and up if you can, and your hips nice and level. So try not to twist at the hips as you open up with a little thoracic twist. Good. And then place that hand back. Now I'm going to turn away from you guys now, but hopefully you've got it. So you've seen the first one. Fingertips to your ears. Inhale, squeeze and lift the elbow up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring elbow to elbow. So it's as big or as small as you like, this move. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. So just move nice and slowly with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. And then bring that palm back to the floor. Now I'm going to do some little movements. This is quite a small movement, so just watch and listen. So we're starting off on all fours, lifting the belly in and up, nice straight spine. Shoulders and hips nice and level. And then we're just going to turn to look back at our right hip, but I want you to move the right hip slightly up. So you're bringing your hip towards your ribs. So it's quite a small movement. And then come back to center, take your hips back to that center line, then go the other way. So you're just going to exhale as you look back towards your hip and slightly move your hip towards your face. Let's go again. Exhale. This is a gentle, small movement. Try not to move fast on this one. Exhale. There's a little side activation. 1 more time each side. so small you might miss it. Inhaling again, exhale one last time to the left. And then back to center, good. Okay, now we're gonna come into either a box plank position. So we're gonna stay either like this, and we're gonna bring our elbows in so that our back of our elbows are pointing towards our hips. And we're gonna do some tricep press-ups like this. This is your easier version. If this is really hard, even like that, so coming down like this, then you can just sit back and bring your elbows to the floor and come up. So that's still gonna work your triceps. We're gonna do about 6. The next option up will be your 3/4 plank position. So coming into a drop with the hips to make a nice straight line between your head and your knees. And then we're going to come down and up. So the trick is for this one, elbows point back and your elbows should rub on your ribs as you lower down. So your elbows are not going out to the side like a normal press up. So we're going to do 6. That's 2 already. We've only got 4 more to go. 4. Try and keep your shoulders away from your ears. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then just sit back from whichever version you just did and just stretch the fingertips forward just to give a little stretch into the back of the arms where we just worked, and the shoulders. So we're now just going to turn our head to the left and then to the right. So we're just twisting a little bit more through those hips and side body. So just a gentle, slow, one side to the other. Let the hips go where they naturally want to go. Some of you might feel quite tight in the hips, so don't worry too much if you feel that not much is happening. Let's do 1 more each side. And back. Good. Okay, now we're going to come around onto the floor to start working the abs a little bit. So that was a little bit of a different start to our class today. Okay, so bring yourself down to the floor. Might feel a little bit warmer now. I'm already warmer. Okay, so let your legs just relax completely. Let your spine just soften down into your mat. We just gave a bit of a shock with a wake up like that. And then I just want you to relax your arms down by the side of your body. Now I want you to think about your neck and your shoulders. So we want to try and now elongate our neck. Now we're going to just give ourselves a bit of a double chin for this couple of exercises, but don't worry too much. Okay, so really good stretch for the neck, and it's really good for bringing our shoulders back. And kind of if we've got slightly rounded shoulders, it's just going to bring our shoulders back. So just relax your arms and just have your palms facing up to the ceiling. And then we're just going to nod our chin so that we're bringing our chin close to our chest. And then inhale, come back up. We're just going to do this 4 times. Exhale, nod down. Inhale, look up. It's a small, gentle movement. 2 more. Exhale. Get that double chin on the go. And then inhale up. 1 last time. Stretch the back of the neck. Push the head down into the mat. And then lift up. Good. So that's a real gentle one. We're just going to hug the knees in for a second. So we're going to do a different version of the 100s today. Sometimes we have our knees up here or straight legs. We're going to do a slightly different but kinder version, I think. So I'm just going to move myself back so I've got space. So you want to be able to extend both legs. So make sure you have room around you before we start off. We're still going to do the same arm movement with 100. And we're just going to get our abdominals warm. So let's stretch both legs out just to about hip distance. And then we're going to lift our head and our shoulders off of the floor. Now, as always, you can always put one hand behind your head and swap halfway through just to support your neck if you feel it in your neck. Otherwise, I want you to really lift your belly in and up and lift your head and look down at your feet. Now, your arms are going to be reaching out in that normal Pilates 100 position, and we're going to start pumping the arms. So at the moment, both of our feet are on the floor. It's a little bit easier. Okay, so we're inhaling and exhaling. So keep those arms going. Keep the lift using your abdominals. So your abdominals are lifting you up. Nice and strong in the hips and staying nice and steady. And we're going to lift our right leg up, push down on the left foot. So lift it up as high as you feel comfortable. Can be just here or a little bit higher. Keep it going. You should feel abdominals on that side of the body now kicking in. So in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those arms going super fast. Keep reaching those fingertips long and keep the arms nice and straight if you can. Keep breathing. Lots to think about here. One more set and then we're going to swap over. Okay, right leg down, left leg up. So really push down on the right heel. As you reach that left leg as far away out of your hip as you can. Keep it going. In with the air and out with the air. In with the air and out with the air. Keep it going. 3 more sets. Keep reaching those arms. Should be getting warmer now. 2 to go. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. One last step. We've done slightly more than 100, but I'll wait tiny one. Good. And rest it down. Well done. So you should feel a nice warm sensation between the bottom of your rib and the top of your hips. Lovely warm area there with your abdominals woken up. Get the circulation going and get those toxins flushed out. Okay, we're going to go straight into single leg stretch now. So I want you to pull your left knee in towards you. Grab your left ankle with your left hand. Right hand comes onto the knee. And then you can lift your head up if you want to, if your neck's okay. Keep drawing your belly in and up and try and just make it as flat as you can. And then we're going to just take our right leg. Now this is a slightly different version. We're going to do the normal version, then we're going to add on the different version. So we're going to pull left knee to left shoulder and then swap. Now when your elbow's nice and wide, pointing out to the side, so we're going to get some arm work as well. Let's go for 8. Exhale as you pull in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay with that right leg in. Keep looking down towards your left foot. Reaching it long. We're going to just lift up and lower. Up and lower. 8 more. 8, 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5. Keep pulling that knee in towards you. 4, 3, 2, nice and slow and controlled. 1. Let's swap it over. It's the turn for the right leg now. Pull that left knee in, draw belly in and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, it's burning now, and 1. Hug both knees in and lower the head down. So we're just going to turn our head from side to side really slowly. Just make sure you work through the whole range. If you find any kind of sticky parts, anywhere that feels really stiff, just stay there for a little bit longer and just breathe into it. And then come back to center and relax the shoulders down. Okay, straight into our double leg stretch. So again, we're going to have a little variation at the end. We're going to do the normal version first. So we're going to hug everything into a small ball. I can feel my abdominals really strongly now. They're super broken up. Okay, so hug in as much as you can. We inhale, reach the legs and arms away. 5 of these. This is 4. Exhale back in. 3 to go. 2. Let's make the arm position really wide. Sweep all the way around. Back in. Last one. Okay, then we're going to go back out. You might want to have the legs a little bit higher because this is quite a challenging one. You're going to lift and lower the legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep the lower back on the floor. 2 and 1. Hug it in. Rest the head down. Amazing. Well done. Really hug those knees in. Try and stretch the tailbone along the floor. Just hold on to each knee and just circle around just to release the low back. And go the other way. Excellent. Okay, we're going to roll up to seated or turn on your side and come up to seated for our rollbacks and rolling like a ball. Okay, so half rollbacks first. We're going to have our legs in a comfortable position with a nice straight spine. So whether that's here or here, entirely up to you, whatever feels good. And then we're going to hold on. To the backs of our knees first of all, just to get a little bit of resistance. I want you to take the elbows really wide again. So out to the side. And then as we roll back, I want you to fight a little bit against the resistance. So as we exhale and roll back, tucking our pelvis under and rounding the spine, drawing the belly in, I want you to use your arms to pull yourself back up, still with a rounded spine. And then when your shoulders come over your hips, straighten up. Yeah, so really think about a bit of resistance on the arms. Going to work the arms a bit today as well. Exhale back, halfway-ish, as far as you can. If you've got really short arms, you might have to hold a bit lower down on your thighs. Okay, and then get ready to keep the scoop there. Pull your arms out to the side and up. Good, and straighten. Let's do 2 more. Exhale back, round that spine, stretch those muscles. Draw the belly in and up. And then around, coming back up again. 1 more to go. Exhale back. Good, keep that shape. Roll back up and then sit tall. Okay, now we're going to take our hands away and roll back. So tuck the pelvis, draw the belly in. Excellent. Now we're going to take our one arm on top of the other, so hands to the elbows. And then we're going to turn to the front here. And just a small lift up and down, an inch maybe, pulsing. 10, 9, 8, do as many as you can. 7, 6, 5, just a small pulse. 3, 2, 1, back to center. If it's too much, just come up a little bit. Turn to the other side, and then we go for the same. 10, 9, 8, keep breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, keep drawing the belly in and up. 3, 2, and 1, back to center. Hold the legs, use your arms, pull yourself back up. And then if you need to, take a little stretch forward or stretch however you want to. I quite like a little counter stretch for that because the back works quite hard on that one as well as the abdominals. Okay, a little bit of rolling now. Rolling like a ball and open leg rocker. So bring your feet in, make sure you have room behind you to roll. I'm just going to shift myself forward a bit, otherwise I'm going to hit the sofa. So as always, you don't have to roll, you can just sit in the position and hold with the balance, and that's going to work the same muscles. But you won't be able to sit tall like this with a flat back. So you've got to really sink into your spine, draw your belly in and up, and round the low back. So lift the feet off the floor and stay here in balance if you want to. Try and draw your shoulders away slightly, but keep the back rounded. And then just tuck your chin in if you are going to roll, because we don't want to roll back onto the neck. Inhale, exhale. Do that 3 times if you can. Exhale back up. Inhale, exhale. Balance if you can. Now, open leg rocker. Some people prefer this one. If you don't like rolling like a ball, I tend to be honest. So we're going to hold on underneath the knees just for now. Roll back slightly, balance on the sit bones, and then just extend one leg. Bring it back. So you can stay with this. Excuse me. Stay with this. If you don't want to roll, this is still going to work the same muscles. Keep drawing the belly in and up. Keep scooping out that low belly. Okay, if you do want to roll, you can extend both legs, either holding under the knee or the ankle or wherever you can grab. Tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, come up. So you've got to slightly keep that tailbone tucked under the whole time. If you've got any issues with your tailbone, then perhaps this one's not for you. The rolling, you can always just balance and then bring the feet back down. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to come onto our side. We're going to go straight into sideline a little bit earlier today. There's a reason for that. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves to the back of the mat and just lay out on the side of the mat so you're in line with the mat. Bring your hand underneath your head or lay out fully on your arm, whatever's more comfortable for your neck and shoulders and everything else. Stack the hips and then bring the feet forward. So we're going to do our normal sideline kicks, lift and lower, and a little bit of glute and hip work. And then we're going to come onto our front. We're going to do some back exercises, and then we're going to turn our whole body to the other side, do the same thing. So bring that top leg to hip height, not much higher for this forward and back kick. Lift that belly in and up. Gentle squeeze on the back of both sides of your bottom, just to keep your hips really stacked one on top of the other, and then just kick forwards. So if you have just started out on this one, your movement's going to be small, and that's fine. You're pushing down on the foot that's on the floor, on the outer side of that foot, and that's activating the outside, the whole outside of that bottom leg. So your whole body is active here, not just the top leg. In fact, the top leg gets a bit of a break because it's just swinging backwards and forwards. But you want to keep the belly lifted in and up. If you want more of a challenge, if you find this one easy now, you can take that top arm up. Good. Just try not to move your upper body. So if you see yourself swaying forward and back, you know you just need to take it down a notch. So either taking the hands back to the floor or making the leg movement smaller. And we're not rushing through this. This is a super slow one. Keep reaching the foot as if you're painting a line across the wall with your feet. So your foot is the paintbrush, and it's going to be a super straight line across that wall. And a nice bright colour. Okay, let's do 2 more. Keep the breath working with you. Just breathe. Okay, now leave that top leg back and just let the toes drop down to the floor. That's going to give you a little stretch in the top side, waist and hip. If you can't quite reach the floor, it doesn't matter. Just try and get your toes down to the floor. So that's where you want to start. That's your starting position, and hold the hips still as you come up. So you're going to exhale and just lift. Try and make sure that the toes are slightly angled down. That's just going to make us use the right muscles in the hip. If your toes are pointing up to the ceiling, we're going to use slightly different muscles. So today we're going to try and get these glute medius muscles working. And you can come up as high as you like, as long as your hip's not moving. So you can come all the way up to here, as long as your hip's not kind of squashing down towards your ribs. So again, this is quite a slow one. I want you to try and reach the leg long rather than just have it sort of hanging in there. I want you to have it nice and straight. Really straight leg, using all the muscles in the leg and the glutes. Should we go for 8 more? 7. Exhale as you lift. It helps. 5. 4. 3. 2. It's burning already here. And 1. Now we're going to lift it and leave it up there. And then we're going to circle forward. Small circles, football size. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Nothing else moves. Go back the other way. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Now we're going to keep that knee sort of slightly turned down and the toes down. We're going to tap the knee forwards, flex this foot, and push up and away. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Should feel it now. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Bring the legs back together. Let's just do a little double leg lift. So lay out on your arm if you're not already there. Make a nice straight line with your body. And then squeeze and lift the legs. Hold them up. So don't have to come all the way up here. Just in line with the body. Holding it there. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now we're going to do a little scissor movement like this. Fast movement. Kicking as fast as you can for 10. 9. Keep the feet off the floor. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Let's roll onto our front and start some of our front lying back work. So legs roughly hip distance, a little bit wider if you have any low back issues. Just make it comfortable, okay? So our head is lifted gently off of the floor and the shoulders, just so that we don't squash our faces. Our palms now are going to be flat down by the outside of our hips. Now this first exercise is just about leg activation, but we are activated in the upper back slightly. So let's just get a really nice posture by lifting our shoulders off the floor and just trying to reach your fingertips down. So trying to bring your shoulder blades down your back, if that makes sense. Now, once you're here, just hold here with your palms flat onto the floor. Push them down, both of them, into the floor. And then we're going to lift our left leg up, squeezing from the bottom and keeping the leg straight. So try not to bend at the knee, okay? So we're going to lift that leg up, nice straight leg, and pulse up for 10, 9, 8. Keep both hip bones on the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes down. Let's do the same on the right leg. So squeeze from your bottom first and pulse up. 10. Keep pushing down on the palms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax those legs down for a second. We're going to do one more set each side. So you can relax your head for a brief second. Now in the second set, I want perfect posture. So lift the head and shoulders up, reach the fingertips down even further if you can, push palms down, activate both legs now. We're going to lift both legs up, pulse up. So try and think length rather than height on this one too. Strong straight legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep the legs up as high as you can. Bring the heels together and apart. 10, a little bit quicker. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Rest down. Just turn your head to the side so you can breathe. Relax your arms and just move your hips from side to side slightly just to release through the low back. Okay, coming back in, we're going for a little swim now. So we're bringing our arms over our head now. And we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to activate first slowly and then go faster. So the nice slow movement, first of all, is going to be our right arm lifting up and our left leg lifting up. But hips are staying down, belly is lifted in and up. Shoulders drawn down away from your ears, and just hold for a couple of seconds and then just come down. Now, as you lift one arm and one leg, I want you to push the opposite arm and leg down into the floor. So let's change sides. Left arm, right leg. Push down, that's it, good. So you get a little bit more traction there. Stretch the leg long, stretch the arm long, but try not to disturb the alignment of the shoulders, and back down. Let's go again. Lift up. Now we're going to pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Getting ready to use both arms and both legs now, a little bit faster if you can. You can always stay with the slow version if you can't quite manage the faster one. So legs, arms come off the floor. Think length rather than height again. Let's go for it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We get a nice rest now. So you're going to bring our hands under our shoulders, lift yourself up, round your spine, sit back towards your heels. You don't have to come all the way onto your heels, and just keep the spine rounded if you can. Keep breathing and enjoy the stretch. So you're going to feel that a little bit in your back, in your shoulders, in your glutes. Relax. Okay, we're going to come around to the other side now for our sideline kicks before we forget, because I've done that once recently on the side bend. Some of you might remember. Okay, we sorted it out the following week. Okay, so line yourself up, straight line with your mat, feet forwards, bottom foot is glued to that mat now. It's staying there for the whole of this series. Belly lifted in and up, arm in the air if you want that extra. Top leg reaches long. Remember, we're going to paint that nice line along the wall of our rooms, wherever we are. So you're going to kick forwards and back,
Keep a gentle squeeze on both sides of your bottom, just to keep the hips in alignment. So this side today for me is a little bit harder. My muscles are going, what? What's going on? Okay. For whatever reason. Sometimes it just happens like that. So don't worry if you feel the same as me. One side of something feels harder than the other. Just keep it going. We even out those imbalances. Just imagine what we'd be like if we didn't do Pilates, hey? Okay, so keep coming forwards and back. Remember, make it your range, wherever that is. So it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. You are challenging your body. Keep stretching that leg long, out of the hip. Really long. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now keep that leg back in line with the body. Toes come down to the floor if you can. Slightly drop the toes down so you're turning your leg inwards. And then we're going to lift up and down. Nice, easy to start with. It always starts off and you think, it's not even burning, nothing's happening. And then over time, it starts to burn. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep belly lifted in and up. Everything's still engaged. Let's not completely turn off yet. We've got another 15 minutes of class, so we've got more work to do. Exhale as you lift. I've lost count now, so I'm going to go with 5, 4, 3. I don't know any Pilates teacher that can count really. And 1. Now we keep that leg up there as high as you can. Reach it long. Small circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My legs dropping down and circle the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes drop down, flex foot, tap knee. 10 of these. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it up there and lower down. It's burning, right? So double leg lift on this side. We're going to do both sides, otherwise we'll be all uneven. So stretch both legs, remember in line with the body, not too high. As soon as you stretch the legs, they just magically lift anyway. So we hold here just for a little bit longer. 8, 7, 6. You can always add that top arm. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we go scissors for fast scissors. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Roll onto your front again. A little bit more back work. Okay, so we're going to do single leg kick and double leg kick. So we are bending our knees this time. To get into the right position, we want to just bring our elbows to the floor and just have our forearms either resting down, or you can bring your palms together. Try not to interlace your fingers though, because that just creates a bit too much pressure. So however you're comfortable, you can lift up your upper body like this. This is just going to give us a little bit of space. But if you need to be lower down, you can take your elbows a little bit further forward if that's more comfortable. So you choose. I'm a bit more comfortable here. Okay, belly lifted in and up. We want to stretch both legs super long so that the knees come off the floor just slightly. And then we're going to bend and kick twice, alternating legs. So we exhale, kick, kick, and reach long. Try and keep the knees off the floor if you can for as long as possible. Let's go for it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay where you are. Forget the legs for a second. I want you to just put your palms down onto the floor and then just push and lift up slightly more. Now we're going to turn to our right and then roll the chin across the chest to the left and back to center. So just a couple of neck rolls in the middle here. Let's turn to the left, nod the chin down, roll the head all the way over to the right and back to center. Now we're going to lower down and do our double leg kick. So we can't stay lifted, unfortunately. Turn to face your screen, wherever that is, for the first one. Now bring your hands behind you and just grab on somewhere on your hand. Bring your hands as high as you can onto your middle back and then drop the elbows. Bring the legs together as close as possible. Really relax those elbows down for this part. So we're going to try and lift the knees off the floor again. Kick 3, 2, 1. Feet come down. Head, chest lift, and we reach back as if someone is grabbing our hands and lifting us off of the floor. Turn the other way, relax the hands back to where they were, and kick 3, 2, 1. Feet down, head, chest lift. We've got 4 more. Alternating, turning your head one side to the other. Go for it. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Reach and squeeze those shoulders together. Open the chest. 3, 2, 1. Hands come back and squeeze those palms together if you can. Last 2, I think. Feet down. Yeah, that must be right. We finished on the other side. So turn and bring those hands back. 3, 2, 1. Reach. Now we're going to stay up here and we're going to reach our arms out now in a T shape. So our palms are facing down. Now I want you to rotate and bring your thumbs so they're pointing up to the ceiling. Now I'm going to clap the hands in front and then push the palms away and lift yourself up a little bit higher. So if you don't quite got enough room, like I just didn't give myself enough room, we're going to try that again. So you're going to palms together, clap, palms apart, reach back and touch your thighs if you can. So palms together, dive down, palms away, touch the thighs. 10. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep it going. 6 more. 5. Keep looking down at the floor. Neck is long, in line with the spine. 3 to go. 2 and 1. Good. Now have the hands back on the thighs and keep them there. We're going to lift and lower our head and our chest. Just 6 times. So try and keep the body long and straight. Feet stay down. 3 more. Exhale to lift. 2. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Last one. Whew. And then bring the hands under the shoulders. Push yourself back into rest again. So every time we do those back exercises, we just have to have a little release for the spine so that the muscles don't get too fatigued. Whew, big deep breath. Inhale and exhale out any tension. Okay, we're going to come back now for a little bit more back work, but on our all fours, so back to where we started almost. So knees under shoulders, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. That would be quite difficult, wouldn't it? Like a twister move. Okay, lifting everything up. Straight spine, tray of drinks on your back. You don't want to drop any of them. We're going to stretch our right leg out along the floor and left arm just along the floor. Not so much that we dip, so we maintain that alignment of the shoulders. Okay, we're going to stretch up in a nice long line, and then we're going to take it out to the side. Back to center and down, but not all the way in. So just touch the floor and then lift off again. Out, straight, back. Lift, out, straight, back. 5 more. Lift, out on the diagonal, back to straight and down. 4. Use your breath however you need to, but do not hold it. 3 more to go. He's shaking lightly. 2 more. Good. thumbs pointing up to the ceiling. And last one. Okay, let's come back in. Oh, a little rest before we go to the other side. Getting ready, lifting belly in and up, nice straight positions. Left leg stretches, right arm. So this is going to make our arms ache a little bit. Okay, lift up, thumb point up to the ceiling, stretch leg long. Out, back, and down. Lift, out, back, and down. So we're lifting up onto the diagonal with the arm and leg as far as you can, but try not to move your hips. So your tailbone stays still. 6 more. 5 to go. 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Whew, it's always the last couple that are the hardest, isn't it? Okay, again, sit back. This time, we're going to take our right, actually, I'm going to do my left so you can see me first. I'm going to take my left arm under and try and rest my head and my shoulder down, and then take my right arm up and try and look underneath it. So you can use your right arm to twist a little bit more. So you might need to lift your hips off of your heels just a bit to make this one work and really feel it. Keep breathing here. Might be a bit out of breath like me after the pointers. And then let's change to the other side. So lift up, reach through. Try and get your shoulder down. It's a really nice stretch on the back of the shoulder here. You can use this arm to push a bit more into a twist, or you can just leave it relaxed. Good, and then coming back up. Okay, we're going to turn around now onto our backs for one last time to do a few shoulder bridges. So give yourself space on your mat or your carpet or whatever you're doing the class on. Bring your feet in a little bit closer to your bottom so you can almost touch the back of the heels, not quite. If you've got any knee issues, just take the feet a little bit further away. But keep them hip distance or a little bit closer if you can. So we're going to just practice this little movement of the pelvis first. We're just rocking the pelvis forward and back. So as we exhale, we push the lower back into the floor and slightly lift our tailbone, and then come back the other way on an inhale. So as long as that feels okay, you should be able to come into a shoulder bridge. If that articulation part of the movement, so really kind of sequentially lifting your spine off of the floor, causes any issues, just push straight up. You don't have to do that sequential movement. If you've got any tightness in any of the muscles around your vertebrae and there's tension there or any niggles, then don't make it worse, just lift straight up, and that's still going to strengthen the back of your body. So if you want to do that movement slowly, you're going to exhale, start to peel the spine away from the mat as if you're pulling away from Velcro, really slowly, lifting up, fighting against that resistance. Now, once you've got to the top of your shoulder bridge, I want you to take a big inhale. And then on your next exhale, just slowly melt yourself down the same way you came up. So your upper back comes down first. Just do it as slowly as you can. Mindfully release things down. And then when you get back to the floor, all those muscles just turn off and release. We're going to add in a couple of leg options if you want them. Or you can just stick with this slow lifting up and coming back down for the last few minutes. If you want more of a challenge, come with me today. So I'm going to start off with one leg in tabletop. Let's go with my front leg. Now we're going to lift up, push away, straighten the leg, bend it again, and lower down. Then we go straight back up, reach, bend, and lower. So we're doing 10 of these, and this is number 3. So we want to try and keep our hips level. Here's 4. We're going to get a nice stretch of the hamstrings after this one, I promise. 5. It's going to start getting tough around here. 6. Use your arm to push down on the floor. 7. 8. Burning now. 9. So the opposite glute is doing all the work here. And 10. Let's quickly swap over to the other side before we change our minds and go and make some tea or something. Okay, bend that knee, bring it to tabletop. Let's push up, straighten. It looks so simple, doesn't it? And down. Reach. And down. That's 2. We've got 8 more. 8. 7. 6. 5. Halfway, almost there. 4. We can do this. 3. Whew, it's getting tough now. 2. Let's push through. These are the ones that count. And 1. And lower. Okay, we're going to stretch the glutes first. So we're going to take 1 foot over the opposite knee. Doesn't matter which one. We're going to do both. And then reach through, or just push that knee out to the side. Whatever feels good for you, but make sure you let that muscle release. Try not to lift your upper body up. This is what some people do to kind of make it a little bit more intense, but it actually just tenses up other areas of the body. And we want to stay nice and relaxed. Good. You can maybe rock a little bit from side to side. I'd quite like to do that just to release a little bit more. Or just hold. Now, I did promise you a stretch of the hamstrings because the hamstrings get quite tight in the bridges. So we're going to extend the leg that you had crossed over. Hold on under the knee or wherever you can grab. Then we're just going to point and flex that foot. Now, this feels tight for me. So if it's tight for you guys, just go slowly. So just point and flex, keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And then let's just rotate the ankle one way and then the other, just to release. Might get a bit of crunchiness like I just did. And then release that leg down. Okay, let's cross the other leg over, push the knee out to the side, stay there, or reach through the gap. Pull the knee into the chest. And we work this area quite a bit, so we're going to need a little stretch. I quite like finishing the class laying down. Makes me want to have a little nap. Oh, so relaxed now. So you can rock a little bit if you want to. And then we're going to take that final hamstring stretch. So under or above the knee, pull it in towards you. You can bend that knee if you need to. You don't have to have it completely straight. And then just point and flex. Feel that stretch all the way down the back of the leg and the front of the shin. And then circle. And the other leg. And that was a super quick 45-minute class. We are out of time. We've gone over time, as usual. Nice to see everyone. I hope you enjoyed the class. And if you've got any questions or comments, or anything you want me to put in next week's class, or any questions, anything, just let me know. Either if you're on the Zoom class on our parks, or if you're on Facebook Live with Sport and Active Communities. Hope you have a great rest of the week, and enjoy yourselves and stay safe. And enjoy the slightly nicer weather. Hooray! Thank you. Take care, guys.